You think you know history. You think the Dark Ages was just some boring chapter where monks copied Bibles and everybody ate turnips and died of the plague. Oh, my sweet summer children. Buckle up, because your history textbook is about to get a dose of truth so strong it'll need to quarantine for 2 weeks. Welcome to the Midnight Meme Historian, where we don't bury the past, we dig up its dirty laundry and roast it over an open fire. Here's a question that should break your brain harder than a medieval peasant trying to read Latin. How does an entire continent with libraries, universities, and running water just forget? For 1,000 years. That's like the entire United States collectively deciding to stop using electricity and just vibing with candles until the year 2923. It makes less sense than a Tesla truck. Let's be real. Rome didn't fall. It didn't trip over its own toga. It was mugged. And who was waiting in the alley to pick its pockets? The frickin' Vatican, the ultimate grift, the longest con in human history. Think about it. The secular government collapses. The libraries are empty. The schools are closed. And who's left standing? The one organization with a built-in PR department, a killer branding strategy, eternal salvation, no less, and a monopoly on the only thing left that mattered. Information. It's like if after a nuclear apocalypse, the only thing left was TikTok, and it was run by one guy who decided what videos you were allowed to see. Spoiler alert, you'd only see videos of that guy. So the church goes on a scavenger hunt. They send out monks, the original hyperbeasts, but for Jesus to preserve knowledge. And by preserve, I mean they take the ancient Greek texts on geometry, medicine, and astronomy, and they give them the ultimate Catholic makeover. They translate everything into ecclesiastical Latin, a language so stuffy and controlled only their inner circle could understand it. It's the historical equivalent of putting a paywall on Wikipedia and then burning the original servers. They didn't just lock the books away. They gaslit an entire civilization. They made Europe believe it was born in the dark, that its ancestors were stupid, superstitious savages, and that the only flicker of light came from, you guessed it, the holy frickin' church. It's like a toxic partner who breaks your phone, isolates you from your friends, and then says, "See, I'm the only one who loves you." And we bought it for centuries. We called it the Dark Ages because that's what they told us to call it. The audacity is breathtaking. It's like a billionaire CEO who pollutes a river and then sells you the bottled water. Wow, thanks for the water, Mr. Musk. No. UPOISONED the well. Let's talk about the phantom time hypothesis. Yeah, it's a thing. A German historian looked at the records and said, "Hey, wait a minute, this whole period from the 7th to the 10th century feels fake, like a filler arc in a Netflix series." He argued that almost 300 years were just invented, poof, added to the calendar. Why? Why would you just invent 3 centuries? Because timing is everything, baby. If you control the timeline, you control the story. You can make your empire look ancient and eternal. You can make prophecies line up. It's the ultimate power move. It's not just rewriting history, it's redrawing the fucking calendar. The Gregorian calendar wasn't an update. It was a software patch to cover up a glitch in the matrix. And Pope Gregory was the system admin, smoking a cigar and saying, "Problem solved." And don't even get me started on the popes themselves. Look at the list of early popes. Half of them are about as real as an influencer's personality. Pope Donus II sounds like a Star Wars character they forgot to write. Pope-elect Stephen, more like Pope-select Stephen. They were filling out the roster like a fantasy football league, making sure the line from Peter to the present day was unbroken. It's a legacy-verified checkmark, but for your soul. Meanwhile, what was everyone else doing? Oh, just the usual, burning. The Inquisition wasn't a religious court, it was the world's worst focus group. Anyone with a new idea was kicked out of the building. Giordano Bruno suggested the stars were other suns. Their feedback: "We're going to need you to present that idea while you're on fire." Galileo drew a better model of the solar system. Their response: "Cool story, bro. Now look out this window at this totally real dungeon we have for you." This is the part where you, the viewer, need to get angry. I need you to get mad, because this isn't just ancient history. This is the playbook. This is the original disinformation campaign. It's the blueprint for every tech giant, every politician, every media empire that controls the narrative by controlling the information. You think it's a coincidence that the most secretive archive on planet Earth is sitting on 50 miles of shelves under the Vatican? You think they're just storing old Christmas decorations. They're sitting on the receipts. They have the maps that show Antarctica without ice. They have the manuscripts that could rewrite science. They have the original, uncut, director's commentary version of human history, and they're keeping it locked in a vault because they're afraid the ending sucks. So the next time some smug talking head on TV talks about the Dark Ages, I want you to laugh. I want you to scream at the screen. I want you to understand that darkness isn't the absence of light. It's the presence of someone holding a blanket over your head, telling you the sun doesn't exist, and selling you a candle for the low, low price of your eternal devotion. The Renaissance wasn't a rebirth. It was a jailbreak. It was humanity finally kicking down the door of the monastery and saying, "We want our stuff back." This is the Midnight Meme Historian signing off. Now smash that subscribe button like it's a heretic spirit. Comment below. What's the biggest lie you were ever taught in history class? Let's start a fight in the comments. The algorithm feeds on your rage. Let's feed it a 5-course meal.